what we often don't think enough about and what advocates need to think about, and I think this is really highlighted in Toolkit, is there is a next process about issuing those regulations that is anything but simple, and is something where advocacies, the push from the outside needs to continue, that the work isn't done when the president signs the executive order in the Rose Garden. That's just really the beginning. One of the other complexities, something you learn when you work in an administration, whether it's the Obama administration, the Biden administration, or the Harris administration, administration implies like it's one body, and it ain't. There are many pieces to an administration, and making a regulation move through the multiple pieces of that is not easy. With the 1010 minimum wage, there was a lot of discussion between different federal agencies who would be affected by raising it to the 1010 level. There were different views within the White House about where to raise it to and how far one could go without having other economic effects that were also part of the agenda. And so navigating that was a very complicated thing and took a lot of time and a lot of energy of different parties within this administration. One of the things, and we had a lot of partnering and assistance and pushing from both inside and outside to make that happen. But I always remember a moment where we had been working for, it seemed like not sleeping for weeks. And I looked out the window of my office, which overlooked the Capitol, and I saw a huge rally outside. And when I asked someone who worked with me, what's this rally about? They said, well, it's the fight for 15. They want to raise the minimum wage to $15. This is in 2014. And I have to admit, my first reaction is, are you kidding me? I mean, we're trying to get 1010 and these people want $15 an hour. Well, I've come to realize that is exactly the process that has to happen, that it is the role of advocates to keep pushing the boundaries to protect working people, but they need to understand the work of government to keep up with that is also very complicated. And I think it's that push and pull that ultimately, though sometimes difficult, is what moves the ball on something as vital as the minimum wage for working people.